Hey, welcome to this epic disaster. How the heck are you, everybody out there? We're doing good here.
Hi.
Aren't you doing good?
I'm doing good.
I think we're doing good.
It's a good day.
I've had a pretty good day. Atlanta is not experiencing as cold a weather as everyone else.
No.
Our friends in Texas are not having a good time.
No, they're not.
And I kind of have a feeling that Atlanta won't be. You know, we have tornado season coming up.
Yes.
So we very soon we'll be cleaning up roads and all of that kind of stuff.
Fallen trees. Yeah. It'll happen. It'll happen.
Houses completely crumbled. But other than that, I think right now in Atlanta, things are pretty good. That's disgusting.
I had a runny nose. I had to put...
You could have waited and not done that on the show.
Stop. Well, okay. I could have waited an hour.
Hey, guess what? We talked about a week or two ago that I've decided I'm opening an art gallery.
Yes.
I am just in the next day or two going to sign the lease.
Woot.
Yep, found a place.
Awesome.
And I'm going to do it. We'll talk about it in the future as I do it.
Sure.
But I just want to kind of update people.
That's exciting.
I know. I got to start buying and putting art in and getting ready. I'm going to be an art distributor.
We have listeners who are artists.
Yeah. So the focus of the gallery is contemporary and eclectic Southern art. So I tried to make it pretty loose. I really wanted to concentrate on art that comes out of the South.
Yeah.
And kind of quirky art. Not just simple art, not just regular art. Stuff that you just don't see everywhere.
Nice.
So if we do have listeners who are artists who do that kind of thing, they can send me some stuff. Maybe we'll sell their art. Who knows? It could happen.
Yeah, it could happen. Just hit us up at thisepicdisaster@gmail.com.
And if I don't sell your art, you can drown your sorrows in beer. Lots and lots of beer.
That's what we're going to do.
Like artists do.
Because he won't sell my art.
No, I will never sell your art. That's mean.
That's
I would.
very mean.
If it was good, I would do it.
If it were good.
Yeah.
All right. So today, to drown my sorrows, I'm having, and so is Rick, Gingerbread Murder Scene is the name of this beer. It's by Pontoon Brewing. We've had Pontoon Brewing beers before, and I like them. I think for the most part, I'm pretty happy with the Pontoon Brewing beers. Mm-hmm. Oh dear. This one is 9.5% alcohol by volume.
Look how dark it's like chocolate.
Pretty.
It's really thick and dark.
So this is what it is. It's an imperial stout with ginger, allspice, cinnamon, clove, nutmeg, vanilla, and lactose.
Crap. That's going to taste good.
It's going to be creamy in your mouth.
I just know it.
And I love the artwork on it. It is like gingerbread people at a murder scene. And even the little rookie police officer over there throwing up in the background.
Vomiting.
He's vomiting. He's vomiting like icing with sprinkles in it.
I was going to say, I guess a gingerbread man vomits icing. That's not bad.
And the little caption says, "Hold on to your cookies, rookie." That's cute. I'd like a T-shirt with that. I bet we could get one.
And then the little blonde gingerbread woman who's crying because apparently, do you think she killed her husband or someone else did? That's the question.
She's just there,
isn't it? That's the entire investigation.
I mean, you have to always go to the partner first. When someone is murdered, you look at the closest people to them first.
Yep.
Because that's how most murder happens.
Smells good. Smells gingerbreadish.
Oh, it does.
Especially in the glass. All right, I'm going to try mine.
Okay, try it. Give it a shot. See what you think.
Wow.
Ooh, a wow.
Ooh.
We got a wow.
Spicy. It's spicy. It's very thick. It's very spicy.
Oof.
Yeah. Tasty. This is like a Christmas beer.
It makes me warm inside.
It is. It's very Christmassy, though, don't you think?
Yummy, yes.
All right, so live beer review. This is what we do every show. We have a beer, and at the end of the show, we'll tell you what we think of this beer.
Yes, we will.
And then if if you're like, wow, I might want to try that, then you could go out and try it. And you can feel safe either trying it or not based on our review.
Knowing that we know exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, we either love it or it sucks.
Right.
Sometimes, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think we've had more beers that suck?
No.
Or more beers that we like?
I'd say we have more beers that we like, which is funny because you know what? I'm not a beer drinker.
Not anymore. I'm kind of... Although I'll tell you, I've recently, and I told my wife this today, I'm not a drinker, really. But I've had more cravings for alcohol recently than I guess I have my entire life.
You drink more now than you have the
No.
entire time I've known you.
Maybe because
I've known you.
My wife makes more cocktails, but I
Right.
still don't drink a lot.
No, I'm not saying you
I would
do.
say a beer a week on the show for sure.
Yeah.
And then occasionally I'll have cocktails. And that difference in that is I didn't have a beer every week and I rarely had cocktails. So, but every once in a while now I'm just like, oh, I want a little sip. And when I go out to like last night, we went to a Mexican restaurant, had a pina colada.
A pina colada?
And I got caught in the rain.
Did you?
I did.
Are you into yoga?
Yes.
Okay, then that's not going to happen.
Yeah. So anyway, and it was pretty good pina colada. And they only had like pina coladas and margaritas, which is a Mexican restaurant. I guess.
So margaritas for me, I'll be honest with you, I don't do margaritas anymore unless I make them at home and super scratch.
Homemade.
Just tequila, lime, and agave, something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't even do that. Like I don't buy tequila and have it in the house. But I don't ever buy margaritas out anymore, except for one place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's literally the only place I've drunk tequila in the last probably 10 years.
Margarita Mary's?
No.
Oh, I don't know.
There's a place by my house called Patria Cucina.
Oh, I think I've been there.
You have. I took you there, or
Okay.
we went there together. And they have a $13 margarita.
Oh, wow.
That is served in like this terracotta bowl, and it almost looks like a dog dish.
You stick your face in it and
basically.
suck.
But all it is tequila, agave, and then they take half a grapefruit, half an orange, and half a lime, squeeze all that into there, and then
Right.
put the rest of the fruit in there.
Yeah.
That's why they have to serve it in a bowl, because you've got a half a orange, a half a lime, and a half a grapefruit. And oh my God, I've had 4 of them in one night.
Oh, wow.
That was like the majority of my bill, because I think the only other thing I had was like chips and cheese.
How do you walk
something.
out? That's crazy. Did you walk home? I hope you didn't drive.
Oh, it's just around the corner.
Insane.
I think I did walk. Yeah.
Well, here's something that I discovered, and I just went to Florida and I came back. And speaking of margaritas and just that kind of stuff, one of the things that I realized, I'm not a huge beach person. You know this about me, I guess.
Definitely not in the summertime.
Certainly not in the summertime. When I was a kid, every summer went to the beach. Loved it. My grandmother lived in Fort Lauderdale. That was our yearly trip.
Yeah.
It was one of my favorite things. Somewhere, I think when I got in college, I just didn't like it anymore. And of course, I don't like hot environments.
Nobody
and
likes
and
hot.
Sweating. No, there are people who do.
They're weird.
I know. A lot of them live here in Atlanta.
That's true too.
You see them wearing parkas in the middle of July.
I don't understand.
Because it's too cold for them.
I don't get
Insane. But
if
anyway,
it's like under 80, they're freezing.
Here's what I discovered. It's not because I went to Destin and actually Santa Rosa, which is right there next to Destin.
Yeah.
And Panama City Beach, right? Panama Beach, Panama City Beach.
Panama PCB.
Yeah. And they're all great, gorgeous beaches.
Sure.
I mean, all of it was fun. So I enjoyed that. This was February, so it was nice and cool. Went to Dog Beach, took the dogs.
Oh, did they love it?
They loved it. First time either one of them ever at the beach.
You did send me some pictures. Keely
was
looked like
funny.
she was losing her mind.
She had a good time because there were other dogs there, and she got to play a little bit. Neither of them jumped in the water. I thought
They weren't sure about it.
They just didn't want to do water stuff.
Yeah.
But what I discovered is not that I have a problem necessarily with the beach.
Okay.
I have a dislike, for whatever reason, of beach culture.
Okay. So explain.
So the colors, like driving around, everything's got to be turquoise and orange and, those kind of pastel.
Beachy colors.
Miami Vice
Coastal
yuckiness.
colors.
Yeah. Why is that? Why is that? Like maybe the water is turquoise or something?
Yes.
I don't know why can't you have other colors? I don't understand.
So the reason behind coastal decorating is that you're evoking the scenery outside, just like you would if you were decorating a mountain cabin by a lake.
Okay, so what is pink? Flamingos?
I don't know.
So
sunset, probably.
No.
Yeah.
It's not pink. It's orange. Why?
There's
it would
orange,
be like yellow
pink,
or
purple, all of that.
So I would understand pink flamingos.
Okay.
But those are like in southern Florida. Why would Tallahassee or Panama
Again,
City Beach
sunset.
I don't know.
Sunset over the water, you get all those hues. You get all the pinks and the purples and the oranges and the weird in-betweens.
And then that's the other thing. Like, everybody's half-dressed. And as fun
You're
as...
not comfortable with that.
As fun as it sounds, I'm a dressed person. I like layers. I like to dress up.
You currently have on 3 that I can see.
Yeah.
Just on the top half of your body.
I'm that kind of person. And I don't, people walking around in shorts and flip-flops and hats and tank top. I don't like
to
that.
show that much skin.
Well, I'm not, I don't particularly like it when other people do.
Yeah. Unless they're hot.
Some women I'm okay with. But it's just, I don't know. It's just kind of, this is awful. And if you live at a beach, it's not an insult. This is my opinion. I just feel this kind of slacker energy. Now, beach people love that. That's a compliment to them. They're taking it easy. They're living a life on the beach. They're not going to work, getting off from work early so they can surf and all that.
But a lot of the people on the beach, whether they live there, now if they're living there, they're living a laid back life for the most part. But then you get people that are there to slack off because they're on vacation.
Yeah.
Like, that's why they go there.
Yeah.
Is to slack off. Like, I don't have to work for 2 weeks, so fuck it. I'm going to sit on the beach and drink.
But no one drinks. They don't just drink. You don't just get a glass and drink. You have to have a glass that's twisted into weird shapes with a big straw that looks like a pelican, and people are wearing hats made out of balloons and no sleeves on their T-shirts and
I'm not down with that. I'm not
seashell sunglasses. It's like a really bad St. Patrick's Day party at the beach. And I was thinking about that. I was like, it's very similar to that. It's all this weird grossness that you get with St. Patrick's Day, except instead of just green Irish leprechauns, you've got fish and sharks and people with straw hats and surfboards and stuff. I don't know. It's tacky. I'm not a big fan.
It's very. Oh God! Now I'm not gonna. I just had his name, Jimmy
Buffett.
Yes, it's very Jimmy Buffett.
I stood right next to Margaritaville, Jimmy Buffett's big, gigantic place.
So
right on the beach.
Jimmy Buffett's music is great. I'll listen to it.
It's beachy music.
Jimmy Buffett's persona and that kind of like the let me rephrase. Not his personal persona, but the cartoon that it became.
The beach person. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
That is a bit overdone.
But to his credit, he's made a gazillion dollars being that persona.
That's true.
Holy crap. I would do the same thing.
Right?
And then I would get a cabin in the mountains and I would stay up there.
That would be your vacation.
I would come down and put on a Hawaiian shirt and flip-flops and make an appearance at my beach cafe.
Right.
And then I would go back. But I think he likes it. And I mean, I'm not criticizing. I know people love the beach life. There are people living in Key West that would live there and do nothing but surf and scuba all day long.
And they find a way to make a living.
You're right. And they don't like the mountains. I'm a mountain person.
Right.
So I understand all that. But when I do come down from the mountains and go to the beach, there are certain things about the beach that I appreciate, but there are certain things I just can't stand. And I realized in this trip that it's not the beach, it's just the beach culture. I will say this. And daggone it, I didn't bring...
Did you just say daggone it?
That's one of my terms I created myself.
No, it's not. Actually,
daggone it.
Daggone it. Oof.
We ate at a restaurant. I wanted to come up with the name of the restaurant.
Oh, okay.
And dang it, I can't think of what it is.
We'll post it.
Yeah, I'll post it. It was one of the best meals that I've had ever.
What did you have?
It was tuna.
The seared ahi?
It was tuna with sesame.
Yes,
but
sesame seared ahi.
But it also had wasabi. It had, I can't remember all the vegetables and stuff, potatoes. I mean, it was just so good.
So those of us that have eaten fish much, much longer than you, we have been enjoying sesame seared ahi many, many years, and you are now just discovering the wonderment of it.
But the point being, this particular restaurant, it was glorious.
The best.
Yeah, like my mother-in-law, who's also eaten seafood her whole life,
right.
She didn't have the same thing. My wife had the same thing I had, and she said it was one of the best meals she'd ever had.
Nice.
It was also one of the most expensive meals I've ever had.
Yeah.
Man, I couldn't believe it. And it was her birthday. And we were celebrating, so I was just like, whatever, I don't care. We'll just go crazy, and we did. It was the first time I'd ever had a meal over $200 For
Really?
the meal. For the meal.
Without the alcohol.
No, there was alcohol involved.
Oh, okay. So the meal was $200 or more.
It was more, but I'm rounding it off. Yeah, it was pushed up there. Yeah.
Okay. And there were 3 of you?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it that way, I think
That's not bad.
It came out to about $75 a piece.
That's really not bad.
It is for me.
I've had a meal with 4 people where we ended up spending almost $600.
That's not good.
And most of it was on wine, but it was also an expensive restaurant in Anchorage. So, and it was the holiday. It was like our holiday celebration.
Mm-hmm.
4 of us get together, and really dine. We had the pre-dinner cocktails, we had the appetizers, we had, the food, we had the wine with the food, and then we had, the wine after the food, and then of course you have the dessert, and you have to have the drink with the dessert.
Right.
So, yeah. Over $100 a person.
Yeah.
Clearly.
But I will say it was worth it.
Oh, yeah.
It was worth every bit of whatever we paid. I have no problem. Okay. It was called, I just remembered, I posted something about it. Cafe 30A.
Yeah, you did post something about that.
Cafe 30A. And it sounds like, I don't know, it's cafe. It just sounds like a little cafe. It was very ritzy. Mm-hmm. Everybody in it looked like they were your doctor, like recently retired.
Right.
A lot of beautiful people in there. And I think they're all local. I mean, there's a lot of money there where we were staying. Yeah. And I don't think there were, it wasn't really vacation season.
No.
And so, but there was just a lot of, it was packed. It was, I want to say it was a Friday night, but seriously, there was not a table there. It was it was two floors and just packed.
Were people being safe?
Yes.
Okay.
But still, maybe not as safe as they are here.
Right.
And what made my wife a little nervous. But they did kind of move the tables apart a little bit.
And she's been vaccinated.
Yeah, she's been vaccinated. But our waiter wore a mask. He was funny. He's a good waiter. But the whole thing, it was just...
a good dining experience.
It was a very good... It was worth the money. I don't have a complaint at all.
That's awesome. There are restaurants where you can go where, like, my experience with the 4 of us spending $600 on dinner. Mm-hmm. And then there are restaurants where you can do the exact same thing. My old roommate and I used to go to a place in Alaska. And if you are listening from Alaska, this is a place called Villanova. I don't know if it still exists. It was this little Italian restaurant, but it was in a strip mall. Like, you would never even know. Like, it had a sign up there next to, nails and it was silly, but you go in there and you're in Tuscany. What? And, it's just suddenly you are taken away. And we used to always get the table, just he and I, we would get the table next to the fireplace. We would start with the cocktails, we would do the dinner, we'd do the dessert, we always had the after dinner drink. We always got a tawny port and like a 12-year. Mm-hmm. And that was probably the most expensive item we ingested in the evening. But neither one of us walked out of there spending more than $70 with a good tip. And it was always a good time. Yeah. And excellent food. So,
well, I
don't have to spend a whole bunch of money.
No, I had no complaint at all, and I was very happy with it. But anyway, if you're ever down in the, I think it's in the Destin area, Santa Rosa Beach, somewhere around in there.
Yeah.
Go to Cafe 30A, man. But be prepared to spend some money.
Yeah, for sure.
You've got to.
What are you looking at there?
It's not right. No, that's not what I was gonna. Anyway, I couldn't find what I wanted to find on our little box of sound effects. I was gonna get ready for some Would You Rather. Anyway, let's play some Would You Rather.
Let's do that.
If you're not familiar with the show,
I'm gonna read first.
We always do a little Would You Rather.
You drop a stone.
I'll drop a stone.
Yeah.
All right.
You get to go first.
We should just call a color from now on instead of dropping. That's not fair, but
it's not fair.
I was gonna say green.
It's red. So red is pain, fear, discomfort.
Ow!
I must be ripping.
That was you. I knew it.
I must be pulling from the wrong side because we read that one last time.
No, this is.
But we read this question last time.
Then someone put it in the wrong place.
That would be you.
Last time. No, I always put mine in the correct place.
Oh, that's what she said. Would you rather die drowning?
Oh, God.
Or die burning?
No. What in the... Those are
your options.
I will not answer that question. That's like the worst fears of ever. I can't choose either one of those, and I refuse to.
Okay. Would you like another question?
Yes, please.
From the same card, I'll go with the random option.
All right.
Would you rather?
Not answering ever.
Would you rather have your car towed or have your car window smashed in with nothing noticeable stolen? So like you come out of a restaurant after spending $600
right,
and your car is gone, meaning somebody towed it, or your car has a smashed in window but nothing's been taken.
My brand new car, I would prefer it get towed. I'll get it back and there won't be a window smashed.
But you have to figure out who towed it and where they towed it to and all
I'm
that
sure
crap.
The police or you look, they don't just randomly tow things. So
Also true.
there was probably a sign that says if your vehicle's towed, call this number, and you call it. Probably going to pay $150
get your car
to get
back.
it,
But how much would you pay for the window?
Probably $150.
Right?
But it's not original window, and I don't want anybody smashing window. You would never know
Okay.
if they stole something. You'd always wonder what they might have stole. I would.
Stoled? What they might have stoled.
What they might have stole. Dadgummit. All right.
All right, it's my turn. It's purple.
Purple is food and indigestion. Hold on. Got to get some glasses.
Here.
I was convinced.
You have them hanging on your shirt.
Yeah, I was convinced I didn't need them, and I wouldn't need to wear them. I still convinced myself of that. All right, food ingestion. Would you rather drink a beaker full of blended banana skins, pineapple husks, and orange rinds? Sounds pretty good to me.
I mean, if it's blended well enough.
Yeah. Or eat a couple of compost mixed with grenadine syrup. A cupful. Eat a cupful of compost mixed with grenadine syrup and club soda. It's a shit cocktail right there is what that is.
Well, compost isn't shit necessarily. Compost is like the rinds and things that you take off of food that you compost and then you use to garden in.
Sometimes it's poop.
Sometimes there's poop.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the first option.
Yeah, I would too. That sounds kind of
Because
nice to me.
if you blend that shit down well enough, now the thing about the banana skin is sometimes it does that weird, because I think it's tannic. I don't know, but it does that weird dry thing.
Well, you would have to put something else in it, water or something. You can't drink if it turns to solids.
Right.
And maybe you get to choose what drink you get mixed with it.
Gin, please.
Pina colada. Some rum, spiced rum. I think I would choose that as well.
Do it. That's
All
what
right.
I'm going with.
That's another little
episode of Would You Rather
for this week. There you go.
All right.
Still sucking on my beer. How about you?
I'm enjoying it so far. Actually, I am. Is it my turn to go?
Your turn to go what?
To talk? Can I talk now?
Yeah. What do you got? What do you got over there?
I have national holidays. Now, I didn't do this last week because I forgot.
You did forget.
And I'm not going to go back because you can't go back.
You can't go back. You can't return.
You can.
As a dog returns to its own vomit.
You can't go back.
Said Jesus.
What? Jesus never said dog vomit.
Yes, he did too.
Did he really?
Yes. He said, as a dog returns to its own vomit.
What-
So
what-
a fool to his folly. Or something. I don't know exactly.
Give me the scripture he said that in.
I just did. I don't know the words, but you have Google right there at a break. Just type that in as a dog returns to its own vomit.
Okay, I will do that.
And you'll find out the way Jesus thought.
All right. So, in other news,
And other vomit.
the national holidays of the week, starting with March 1st.
Yes.
Now, I don't have anything specific for the first because I didn't find anything all that interesting. Well, there were interesting things, but I didn't want to go on, and I would have. So look it up.
Okay.
But it does say that this is National Invest in Veterans Week. So from the 1st to the 7th, it's Invest in Veterans Week.
What does that mean? Financially or just time?
Just time,
Okay.
energy, feels, all the things.
Okay.
So basically, you celebrate the week by recognizing aspiring and established veteran entrepreneurs. So you want to show your support for veteran business owners during National Invest in Veterans Week.
If I was a veteran, I would like to be a veterinarian.
A veterinarian?
That would be awesome. You could be a vet and people.
A vet?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
That'd
sure
be
there
cool.
are vets.
Tons of them.
Tons of
no
vet
doubt,
vets. Yeah.
No doubt.
Moving on. March 2nd is National Banana Cream Pie Day.
Oh, you could mix the banana rinds with. No, we already did
No,
that.
we did that part just a minute ago.
Banana cream pie sounds good.
It's
Reminds
also
me of Gilligan's Island.
banana cream pie
Oh,
reminds you of Gilligan's
I
Island?
miss Don Wells. Yes,
Okay.
that was a lot of information. all
you
at
went
once.
you went deep there for a second.
Yeah, but they would make banana cream pies and coconut cream pies. That was the only thing they ever made on the island,
Speaking of coconut,
dessert wise.
I bought myself this little 3-piece Whitmer's Valentine's thing that was on sale for like 64 cents, you know, because it was 64 cents.
Yeah.
And I like chocolates in a little thing. There was a vanilla cream, and I got the dark chocolate.
Yep.
There was a vanilla cream.
Yum.
There was a caramel.
Yes.
And then there was nastiness, so I threw it out. It was coconut.
So you don't like coconut? You don't like peppermint? What good are you?
Fuck you.
I have a friend that doesn't like cinnamon. I don't. How
do you not like cinnamon?
I don't know. I don't know how you function in the world not liking cinnamon.
Cinnamon goes in a lot of things. Like, does this person really know that there's cinnamon?
Apparently, I guess.
Interesting. Maybe they're allergic.
I could be. I think they just don't like the taste, but whatever.
It's also, you'll like this one. It's National Read Across America Day. Do you know who?
Read Across America?
Do you know who founded that?
Tom Hanks as Forrest Gump.
Dr. Seuss.
Oh, okay.
It's a Dr. Seuss holiday. Look it up. You'll enjoy it. I'm not going to go into it because you have Google.
Okay.
The 3rd of March, which is Wednesday, is National Soup It Forward Day.
I'm for any day that has the word soup in it, pretty much.
Same.
Yeah.
Also same. So basically what it is it's a day to, make soups, make big batches of soups and take them to your friends. And they could freeze them, they could save them for another day, or they could eat them immediately, whatever. But it's just a nice gesture to say, hey, I made you your warm, yummy soup, and it's like a big hug.
Favorite soup?
My favorite soup
Yep.
is probably potato soup.
I think that's probably mine if it's really well done. But it's also one of those things that I don't know that I could ever pick a soup.
I can't either. I mean, I like white bean soup.
Yeah.
I like minestrone. I like clam chowder. It's huge. Clam chowder for me is any kind of chowder.
My wife makes good soups. She makes a lot of soups, and I like them. I remember, though, when I was a young kid, and for the first time ever, I tried bean with bacon soup.
I loved that when I was little.
I thought that was the soup of the gods. I thought that was the best tasting soup I had ever had in the world, and it was at the time. And I ate it every time I would have soup.
Yep.
It was my favorite. And then something happened. I kind of stopped eating it.
My mom used to buy that for me. Like when we were little, she used to buy me. That was my favorite. Bean with bacon and golden mushroom soup.
That's good.
It's also good. But, anymore, and I don't know if this is true or if it's just my taste buds, but if you buy, like, when we were little, we always had the Campbell's condensed soups.
Sure.
Right? Mm-hmm. When I buy those at the store now, because I do sometimes, they are like, there's so much sugar in them.
Everything has too much sugar anymore.
It's like sticky.
Yeah.
It's like sticky sweet.
Yep.
And why? What's the point?
Everybody's addicted to sugar.
It used to be good soup, and now it's just like a can of sugar.
I'll tell you what to do. Here's a hint.
What?
I always called this bachelor soup. It was my favorite thing to do when I was a bachelor, although I've done it when I was married too. But I love this. So go to the store, buy a can of Campbell's condensed potato soup.
Right.
You get that, and you get a can of your favorite chili. And you mix the can of chili and the can of condensed soup together. Stir it up. Don't put anything like milk or anything, water, nothing. Just mix them together and eat them. And sit there in the glory of your bachelorhood. And it is so good. It was my favorite thing other than ramen, just, that I would call just a typical bachelor thing. But it's no wonder I'm so fat. There were times I could not eat anything other than that. It's so good.
So do you know what I like? Like, okay, I'm not a huge coffee drinker, and when I do drink coffee, I drink cold coffee. And I'm not a big tea drinker. When I do drink tea, I drink iced tea. So, and actually I've been really sucking down the iced tea these days. I go through a pitcher like every 2 days.
Whoa.
But I mix green and black, so it's not all caffeine. Anyways, if I do want something warm in the morning, I like a cup of tomato soup in the morning. Mm-hmm. Like rather than a cup of coffee. Because it's filling.
Sure.
It's warm, it's cozy.
Get it like a little cup of broth.
I do that too. What I do is I do a half a cup of veggie broth and a half a cup of water to water it down a bit. And I drink that in the mornings. And when I was doing, which I've stopped doing, when I was doing my intermittent fasting you could do that and not go over your calories, so you were still in a fast situation but you felt warm and cozy inside. So that's a little hint there for those of you that are doing intermittent fasting. All right, so soup it forward. Make some soup for your friends. It's also another warm and cozy National Mulled Wine Day.
Don't know really what that is. I mean, I kind of do, but
mulled wine is heated wine, mostly red wine, with added spices. So it's kind of like a cider,
like a hot sangria.
Yeah, without the fruit, but you get spices in there.
So, what's the other mead?
Yeah,
mead is wine with honey, right?
Yes, mead is wine made from honey.
Okay.
But yeah, so National Mulled Wine Day. Go mull yourself some wine on Wednesday. You're going to need it.
Buddy.
Mull yourself some wine. There's actually a scene in one of our favorite movies, Lion in Winter, where Alice mulled some wine for Henry. Yeah. So basically she heated it up and added spices.
It's very Renaissance-y.
Yes, very much so.
I just made that word up.
Renaissance-y?
Yeah.
I like it. Okay, so the 4th, which is Thursday? It's National Grammar Day. So let's speak
properly.
Properly, thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, and somebody called me out the other day for grammar police because on instant message at work they meant to use the word there as in they are, but they typed it THEIR. So I corrected them. Yep. Being a little bitch. Yep. I did I spelled it and put the little asterisk beside it and then sent it back. And then he sent me back a GIF of grammar police. And then I sent it back to him. I said spelling with a little asterisk because it's not grammar. Right. It's spelling. Yeah. He didn't respond because I'm a bitch. It was fun, though.
I've discovered that spell check sometimes will ruin it. Like anytime I type the word were, WERE, it always puts an apostrophe in for weir.
On iPhone, it does it all the time. I have to catch
it, and sometimes I don't, and then I'm like, it's just. I almost said "daggone it" again. But that's the thing that makes me so mad is when spell check screws up a word that you had right in the first place.
That's true too. But spell check is not. Spell check isn't necessarily going to. Well, spell check doesn't spell.
Then stay off of it, spell check.
Spell check doesn't check grammar, is what I was trying to say. So what you need, and I'm going to get it myself. I don't have it yet. Everybody should have this, I think, is this thing called Grammarly.
I have it.
You do?
The app itself is a little irritating in certain ways, which I won't go into, but it's useful. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to get it because I need help sometimes.
I'm just saying,
we all need help.
If you have cars that can drive themselves,
yeah,
you should have an app that can spell were instead of changing it to weir.
Yeah. Don't put an apostrophe in there. If I didn't put one in there. It's also, not only is it National Grammar Day, it's Marching Music Day. I thought you'd like that.
Isn't it March 4th? March 4th.
Yeah, March 4th.
Everyone, March 4th.
Duh. March 4th. Yeah. You used to be in a marching band.
I did. We played march music. It was cool.
And you did trombone.
Yep, loved it.
Awesome.
Loved doing it. I got a bone right over there. Right next to you. See right there?
I see the bone.
See the bone?
Yep, there's a bone. This one time at band camp.
Touch it.
What did... I didn't want to touch your bone. I bet you said that a lot at band camp, didn't you?
No, what we would do is, and I won't go into the story long, but so the flute section sat right in front of us, and there were these this line of kind of cute girls. I didn't know who they were. They were younger than me.
Right.
And we would take our trombone slides, and we would just slide them out and pop them in the butt with it.
That's harassment.
Totally. And then we'd act like we didn't do it, like somebody else did it.
See that mouse?
Or like the guy next to me did it. You'd pop them in the butt. And so there's this girl that sat in front of me, and the guy next to me said hit her in the butt all the time and say that I did it, and I'd be like, I didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
And so, during that time, she developed a crush on me.
Thinking you were popping her in the butt.
I guess.
Apparently she likes butt stuff.
So after that year, the whole summer, she went and she lost a bunch of weight and worked out, got herself looking really smoking.
For you.
Yeah. I had no idea this was going on. And then the next year at band camp, so she shows up and she starts like all of a sudden I just started thinking, wow, how come I keep ending up with this girl? It's like we would walk to the dorms.
She would put
she was
herself
right there
in your place. Yeah.
I'm so stupid. I thought it was a coincidence. When we would eat, well, she just happened to be sitting across from me. Mm-hmm. So she tells me much later, because we ended up dating. She's the first girl I ever kissed, and she was like my first big girlfriend. And she told me that she had planned it all out, that she had worked it all out. She decided the next year she was going to get me as her boyfriend, and she did.
That's a little creepy.
I was okay with it.
I mean, she set a goal.
She set a goal and she got it. That's the way you do it.
Good
right
for
there.
her.
That's right.
Good for her. Why did she feel like she had to lose weight though?
I didn't. This is a fact, and I'm just saying I didn't pay any attention to her. I didn't know who she was.
Right.
And it wasn't until after that I went back and looked, and she was a little, she was a freshman or sophomore. She was a little chunky, a little pudgy, not fat.
Right.
Just typical, whatever kids that age,
right.
You still have your baby fat.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. Girls feel like they have to be perfect for dudes.
How long did you date her?
6 months. I broke up with her because I wanted to take someone else to the prom.
You're an asshole.
Totally.
Oh my God.
I broke up and then I regretted it and I tried to get back with her.
She said no.
She said no. I started dating this other guy and I was like, that guy's a dork, man.
Yeah.
And I kept trying to get her back. She ended up marrying that guy and having like 2 or 3 kids with him. They're still married to this day. If only I had broke up with her.
You'd have kids now.
Dang, man.
See, it's actually a positive because you'd have kids now.
But it's great. If I'm gonna have,
that's fun.
She was a good first.
Are you still friends?
I haven't talked to her in years, but if I saw her, we would be. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's fine.
So that's
her husband won't let me talk to her anymore.
No, I bet he wouldn't. Because you're an asshole.
Yeah, I keep saying, I shouldn't have broke up with you. Please get back to me. Get back with me. I'm like standing outside her window. That was like last summer. Come on, get
holding
back
up a
to
boom
me.
Box.
Yeah, like John Cryer. Not John Cryer, no. John Cusack.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's me.
Oh, wow.
It's like, honey, we've been married for like 40 years. Why is this guy standing out here still?
He's going to get sick. He's too old for this in the rain.
Yeah, I think they have grandkids now.
He's going to catch a cold.
Jeez.
Oh, dear. All right. So the 5th of March is National Employee Appreciation Day.
Oh, you should get a gift.
Oh, I won't.
You should. I'm just saying you should. I'm not saying you will.
I mean, I feel appreciated every day.
Do you really?
No.
I don't think you do.
Once in a great while, I do. Oh, speaking of which, I just made my 5th anniversary at my job, which is
that's so weird.
The longest I've ever had a job.
It's just weird. I just remember when you got that job, and it doesn't seem 5 years ago. I can't even believe you've been here in Atlanta.
That was in August. That was 6 months ago. That was in August.
Everything seems so random about everything. I mean, like, first of all, you and I meeting was random. You and I getting together was random. Breaking up was random. Me meeting my wife, who wasn't my wife when I met her, by the way.
Clearly.
Random. Totally random. Us getting together, random. Me moving here, random. Me calling you up and saying, you should move here. You'll really like it. Was
I
random.
did it.
You did. You moved into my wife's old house, which was random.
Right.
Everything's so random. You get to job random. And then today when I look back at it, all of those things just seem so weird. They just happened. And and now.
And you know how I got the job? Your wife recommended it.
Yeah.
She goes, hey, look at this job. Maybe you should apply here.
Yeah.
And I did.
But I just feel like now we're like into this life groove where we're just living. You just live every day. It just seems so weird. It just seems weird. We're
just family. We were meant to be family. Meant to be. I know that's weird.
Family.
Meant to be. That's in air quotes, by the way. So National Employee Appreciation Day. I was going to say that because I reached my 5-year anniversary, what my company does, the owner of my company does, is
take off your pants and spank you.
No.
Oh, that was my old company.
Yep. She gives us a gift at 5 years.
Okay.
I got a pair of solid gold earrings.
Oh, seriously?
Yep.
I worked at the University of Tennessee on my 5th year. Mm-hmm. I think I got a keychain.
I mean, was it gold?
No. No. It was like pewter.
So here's what she does at 10 years. She will send you and your family away for a weekend.
That's pretty good.
I mean, 10 years.
Destin?
Possibly.
If you do, I know a good restaurant.
Okay. 30A.
Yes.
Cafe 30A. All right. So it's also, the 5th of March is also National Day of Unplugging. Are you capable of going 24 hours?
Unplugging, what does that mean? That means like you...
No internet, no TV, no...
Oh.
Don't take your butt plug out.
Oh.
No computer.
Okay.
No. I mean, other than like heat and warmth, but no electric devices.
Who decided that? Someone look. We got to make something for today. People are on their phone too much. Let's make them unplug. It's like National Day of Not Eating Meat. I mean, there may be like that. Maybe PETA had something to do with that. Some organization had something to do with
Meatless
that.
Mondays.
But I just feel like somewhere this is like, well, if we could get people to stop smoking for one day, let's make it National Smokeout Day. It's like, mind your own business. Don't tell me to unplug my phone.
That's how most of these days happen.
On that day,
Are you ranting now?
Yes. On that day, I'm getting 2 phones, and I'm going to plug them in, and I'm going to text myself from one phone to the other.
All day long.
All day long. I'm going to be double plugged on that day.
Oh.
National Double Plug Day.
There could be some consequences with a double plug.
Yeah, I saw that film when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
It was. I've done that. I mean, okay, so moving on. The 6th of March, National Play Outside Day.
Okay. Why you're plugged double?
I play.
Why? March 6th is a little early to be playing outside, but okay.
But in some places, March is when spring.
I know, but if you're in Minnesota,
it's not.
You're not going to be playing outside.
Or Alaska.
No.
I mean, unless you want to play in the snow.
So you could
play in the snow day, but it's not. It's play outside day. Okay. So basically, the day before you unplug everything.
Yeah.
And then you go without all day long, and then the next day you have to go outside all day long.
Yeah, that's cool. I play outside.
We
can probably play outside in March here.
Oh, totally. We have played outside in March here.
Yeah.
Art festivals.
Build a mudman.
Yeah, that would be Alaska for sure. Mudman. The 7th, last day of the week, is National Be Heard Day.
Oh, you scream.
Yeah. So each year on the 7th day of March, National Be Heard Day encourages small businesses, which you're about to be, across the country to make their presence known. Mm-hmm. The day recognizes the over 145 million small businesses in the United States as they strive to be heard over the big business-dominated noise. So make your voice heard, small businesses. Get out there, tweet.
Screw you, Google.
Do all the things. Mm-hmm. And then you'll like this. This is the last one. It's also National Flapjack Day.
Oh, yeah.
You like some flapjacks.
Totally. I'll flap a jack.
Wow. What does that even mean?
I don't know, but it sounds cool.
All right. Flap. I'll flap your jack.
I want a T-shirt. I'll flap a jack. I think that's going to be the name of this particular podcast episode. Flap a jack. Yeah, you did one that said, what'd you do? I'll hit a bitch or something like that. I'll cut a bitch.
I think I'll cut a bitch. I will cut a bitch.
I will cut a bitch and I'll flap a jack.
I'll flap a jack.
All right.
Oh, man.
Well, if you participate in any of those, please be careful.
Yes.
Watch yourself.
Because you could get hurt.
You could get hurt doing any of those things, but we highly encourage you to do them all.
All of them.
At once, if possible.
I don't know if you could do unplugged and flap a jack at the same time.
I don't know. Hey, I had something I want to talk about.
What's that?
All right, so here's what I did. I've done this thing. I've done a thing.
What's a thing?
I have adopted a high school.
Really?
I have adopted a high school. So now, let me first say, I have an actual high school that I went to.
Yes, you do.
And the question might be, why did I not just keep that high school? And I have that high school. But I have adopted. So here's what happens. A lot of times, I don't have any kids.
Right.
I don't know if you know that about me.
I noticed.
I don't have any kids.
No children.
So what happens a lot of times, you move somewhere, you have kids go to school, then they go to high school. That high school, as a parent, you put a lot of time into. Mm-hmm. And I don't have that. Right. I don't put my time into any high school. So I have adopted a high school that I'm going to put time into.
And what does that require of you?
I have no idea.
Oh, shit.
But I will tell you, here's the thing. So I'm going to tell you about this high school.
Tell me all about it.
It's in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
You adopted a high school in Pittsburgh?
It's not random. Let me tell you.
Okay, I'm listening.
Let me tell you these things, and when I tell you these particular things, you're going to understand why I adopted this high school.
Do it.
The high school is called Baldwin High School.
Of course it is.
Baldwin High School, and of course I have to adopt Baldwin High School, but it doesn't end there.
Oh dear.
Guess what the mascot is for Baldwin High School?
A crab?
The Fighting Highlanders.
Oh.
The Fighting Highlanders of Baldwin High School. Whose colors
are
purple and white.
Nuh-uh.
This is my high school.
You should have gone to this high school.
I should have gone to the high school. It was made for me.
It was.
I am now adopting the high school as my own. Obviously, I didn't graduate from the high school, but I'm going to be I want to kind of be available to a lot of these kids as a mentor, I think, or a minotaur. I don't know. Whichever they see me as, a mentor or a minotaur. No, I have to get involved in this high school. I already have.
What did you do?
I ordered 2 T-shirts and a sweatshirt.
That's not really getting involved.
I'm contributing financially to them, to the program of the Baldwin Fighting Highlanders of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And my shirts are purple, and I'm going to wear them with my purple kilt. I'm going to take a picture. And I'm going to put it on our website of me in the Baldwin High School and in the kilt of the Fighting Highlanders.
That's awesome. That is really cool.
This is my high school.
Now let me ask you this.
Yes.
I forgot what I was going to ask.
Here's what I want to do.
Oh, do they have a marching band?
I'm not sure. I think they do. They have a music program.
You could be like the person that does
No, I don't want to do that.
The stick thing.
And please stop doing it. Just don't do that.
The guy that does the thing.
I've seen guys do that before, and I don't want to see that ever again. Please don't do it in my presence.
The guy
I know that guy. I was that guy when I was 16.
No.
Stop it.
The guy leading the marching band with the pole.
It's a drum major. Nobody's pole is that big. So just calm down. So I have a few facts about Baldwin High School. I want to kind of familiarize everybody with this high school that I've adopted because maybe people want to also adopt the high school. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just saying it's cool. The Fighting Highlanders, awesome.
Right.
Purple Baldwin High School. So they're in Pittsburgh. You should know they're in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and it's the 3rd largest public school in the Pittsburgh area. 3rd, not bad.
Yeah.
It's part of the Baldwin Whitehall School District. The district serves the communities of Baldwin, Whitehall, yes, and Baldwin Township.
Baldwin Township.
All right, so there are currently there are currently 17 advanced placement courses in this high school.
So what does that mean?
Okay, you can go. You can have advanced placement English language and composition, advanced placement English literature and composition. Is that what they
used to call gifted?
I think so. It's like for people who are doing really, really well.
Like it looks good on a college resume kind of thing.
Yeah, it's just advanced placement. It's like for people who are really genius and smart. And I think this place probably has some smart kids. I'm pretty sure. Advanced placement world history, advanced placement United States history, advanced placement United States government and politics.
Political scientists coming out of there.
Yep. Economics, calculus. What is calculus AB? Calculus BC? See, I don't even know. I'm not in advanced placement there. Statistics. I had that. I hated it. Advanced placement physics C. Advanced placement physics 1. See, I don't even know what these are. Advanced placement biology, chemistry, Spanish language and culture. That's awesome. French language and culture. Advanced placement German language and culture. Advanced placement computer science principles. These people are geniuses. They're geniuses. So I'm already so proud of this school.
You should be.
And I just adopted it.
What I like is that they have the language programs, and you said that you think that they have music programs as well.
Yes, and drama, theater.
And drama.
Mm-hmm.
Is
arts.
Is this a private school?
It's public school.
It's a public school.
Yeah.
And it has drama.
Awesome,
music,
isn't it?
language.
I'm really proud of it. I'm proud of my people. In 2012, the Pennsylvania System of School Assessment ranked Baldwin High School 168 out of 676 public schools in Pennsylvania.
So top...
1/3.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
A little higher than a third.
See, you're better at math than I am.
Well, not really. It says based on their combined reading and math test scores, which I never did really well in math. I was good in reading, though.
What's the demographic in that area?
I don't know.
Okay.
Beginning in 2006, Baldwin High School underwent major renovations, as it had not had any of that sort within the last 35 years. So I saw a picture of the school. Man, it's big, tall, nice.
It's a big, tall school.
Big, tall school.
Does it carry a big stick?
Yes. All right. So here are some notable alumni of Baldwin School. This is according to Wikipedia. Robert Gregory Bowers was the suspect in the Pittsburgh synagogue shooting.
Oh, well,
I don't
that's
think
something to be proud of.
He's not someone that you bring back to the alumni functions, I would think.
Please
Sorry,
don't.
Bob. Yeah, that's not something you want to talk too much about. John Gibson was a professional National Hockey League goalie for the Anaheim Ducks.
Oh, so he went all the way to the West Coast.
Totally did. Michelle Rogan Finmore was the executive secretary of the Council of Managers of National and Arctic Programs.
Oh, cool. So definitely a scientist.
Charles Grainer was former U.S. Army reservist who was convicted of war crimes in connection with the Abu Ghraib prisoner abuse scandal. Well, he's also... We don't want to talk about him either.
No. He will not be a keynote speaker.
I don't know why he's even listed as a notable. That's not even notable.
He's notable. Yeah. He's not necessarily somebody they're proud of.
Yeah. Gary Greaves is an American football player. Orrin Hatch, you know Orrin Hatch, former Utah senator, now dead.
That's okay.
Uh-huh.
Definitely don't bring him back.
No. Jason Pinkston is a former NFL player. A lot of NFL players came out of Baldwin
So they
High
have
School.
a good ball team. Okay.
George Sodini, perpetrator of the 2009 Collier Township shooting.
There you go again.
No. There's a lot of shooters
Is there an ROTC program at this
school? There might be.
I'm confused.
Yeah, I don't know. Dave Wannstedt, longtime NFL coach for the Dallas Cowboys, Chicago Bears, and Miami Dolphins. Mm-hmm. Former head coach of the University of Pittsburgh Panthers. Came out of Baldwin High School.
Wow.
And finally, Ian Wild, American football player, came out of Baldwin High School. So a lot of NFL players, a lot of sportsmen, a lot of shooters.
Yeah.
Don't want to talk about those people. And a few other people. I did read something, and I can't confirm it, that the acting, Surgeon General maybe came out of there. I can't clarify that.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
U.S. News and World Report ranks Baldwin Senior High School as 4,402 in the national rankings of all schools.
Interesting.
It is 176 within Pennsylvania. Its overall score 75.26 out of 100. So it's just right over 2/3. Mm-hmm. That's not bad.
That's not bad at all. Okay, so looking around the area, let's see. The census in that area, in the Baldwin Whitehall area in 2019, estimated to be less than 20,000 people.
Yeah.
Tiny, tiny, tiny place.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a suburb of Pittsburgh.
Yes.
So it's not all that tiny. It's just that particular area is quite small. Interesting.
So, sports teams really quick.
Go for
they
it.
have varsity baseball, basketball, football, golf, lacrosse, soccer, track and field, volleyball, and wrestling. And I guess because of COVID, some of the season has been abbreviated, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Basketball, the season is still in progress, but they're as of now, their record is 2-5. So not doing great in basketball.
Look at the
You would think
Burrow
they would do well in basketball, as many shooters as they've had at the school.
It's different to shoot a gun than a ball.
I feel like they're going to make a comeback, though.
Look at the Burrow political.
Well, they'll fit right in.
They're all Democrat. They're all Democrat.
Not all, I would say. But anyway, and that's kind of unusual. Well, I don't know, maybe not for Pittsburgh, but Pennsylvania is kind of a red state, right? Let's see. Football, they were 2-3 this year. And the football, let's see. Is it still going on? No, football's over. Basketball is still going on. They're 2-5. Season's still in progress.
And baseball's about to start, for Major League.
Yeah, we don't know. And then soccer, they're 5-7-1, and the season is still in progress, I believe. Women's basketball, 0-5. Not the women are off to a slow start. I do feel like they will pick up as the season goes along. Field hockey, lacrosse, and soccer, women have their 0-7 in soccer. The women need to step up just a little bit.
They're too busy.
Still proud of you, ladies.
They're too busy doing their science courses.
I'm telling you, these people are brains. They're like,
Screw the ball.
Yeah. Softball, tennis, and volleyball. I can go up and see a game. But anyway, so that's a little facts on Baldwin High School up in Big Pittsburgh. Fighting Highlanders. This is my new team, my new high school. I've adopted them. And I'd say, like throughout the podcast, I'm going to, every once in a while,
that'd be great.
I'll give you a sports score or something.
Yeah. So this is funny. You know what they call? You know what they call themselves, or at least that's what Wikipedia
the Fighting
says.
Highlanders.
No, not the school. The people in the area.
Pittsburghish.
Baldwinites.
Oh, awesome.
Baldwinites.
I feel like that's all the women I've left before. That's what I call them.
I'm not a Baldwinite. Nope. Not me. Well, good for you. That's exciting. Now,
it is. Can you imagine Baldwin High School fighting Highlanders?
Yeah. Purple
and white. Yeah.
It's all you.
Yeah. I can't wait.
It's like you made the school.
My stuff's supposed to be here. I think tomorrow it comes in. No, I'm
so
going to post it.
Adopting a high school, I think, is easier than adopting a highway. Here's why.
Okay.
When you adopt a highway,
right,
you're actually expected to go out and clean it.
That's true. I know. I've seen the instructions.
Mm-hmm. Is that why you chose a school rather than a highway?
No, I don't want to clean a school either.
That's true. Ooh.
And that school looks pretty clean.
Does it?
The kids look clean. They look very squeaky clean. They're a handsome bunch of kids.
Handsome.
Very, yeah.
Handsome children.
Yeah.
Well behaved.
I think probably. I don't know, except for shooting, random shootings.
But that happened after high school.
I think all those were grown-ups. And who knows what Baldwin High School was like years and years ago. I think they've cleaned up their reputation.
Could have been horrible.
Yeah.
To produce all those shooters.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of you. That's exciting.
It is exciting, yeah.
Did it cost anything?
What, to
adopt the high school?
No, you just say, I'm adopting you.
You're mine now.
Yeah.
You're coming home with me.
And then you buy their shirts.
Okay.
Which is what I did. I bought some shirts.
So it's not like an official thing.
No, it's not like a highway. I'm just saying. I found this school. It's Baldwin High School, Fighting Highlanders, purple, everything, all of my favorite stuff. And I was just like, this is my school. It's just like you don't, when you adopt an NFL team, when you say this is my team, no one pays. You don't have to pay for it. You just you're going to root for them
and buy their stuff.
Yeah, this is like so I don't have a kid who's in school that I have to support and go to the PTA. I would go to PTA meetings here, but they're too far away, so I can't do that kind of stuff.
And that would be creepy to have some random.
Yeah, I can't really do that, but I'm going to root for him.
Okay.
I'm going to, like when they, if the debate team goes to the finals.
And they do have a debate team.
I guess I'm going to root for him. I'm going to pull for him. I'm going to be like, I'm going to be right there yelling for him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm supporting them through the podcast. I will support them.
Good for you. Now they can't listen to this podcast. They're too young.
Many of them are. Many of them, if you're listening right now, I would say please don't. Please stop.
Yeah, tell your parents.
Saying. Stop right now.
Yes.
Apologize to your parents. Give your parents our apologies.
And then ask them to listen.
And then let them listen to it. That's right.
Because they'll like it.
They support Baldwin High School just like I do.
Right.
That's right.
They have to listen to their fellow supporters.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, good for you. That's exciting.
Yeah. Are we done?
I think we're done. I think that's it. I think that's all we can pack into. What's that?
What is what?
That thing.
Whoa, what?
That thing.
This?
That, yeah.
Pack of cards.
Like magic cards?
They're not. There's no such thing as magic cards.
Oh, I mean, for your magic tricks.
They're just regular cards.
Oh, okay.
All right, so let's talk about this beer.
Let's do it.
Brewski. Beerski.
Oh, that's right. I have to tell you what we're drinking. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I'm out. I poked myself in the eye. I don't know.
Why would you do that?
I didn't intend to. We're
just a random poke.
This is 9.5% alcohol, by the way. BT dubs. So we are drinking ginger beer. No, not ginger beer. Try again. Gingerbread Murder Scene, which I think this podcast has turned into. Actually, no, this is a good one. Okay, it's got gingerbread on the outside. Gingerbread people on the outside. It's an imperial stout with ginger, allspice, cinnamon, clove, nutmeg, vanilla, and lactose. And it's by Pontoon Brewing. And again, it's 9.5% alcohol.
Nice.
It's part of their Serious series.
By the way, Baldwin High School kids, do not drink this beer.
This is not for you.
It's not for you.
Maybe in a couple years.
They might like it.
When you're old enough.
It sucks. It's really bad.
But you should ask
You're
your
not
parents
gonna like
to drink
this beer.
it. Ask your parents to drink it. For sure. What do you think of it?
Give it
Richard?
a 4.
A 4.
I will say I think it's too sweet. It's not the kind of beer. That's my biggest gripe.
Sweetness.
But I love the flavors. It's got a very high cinnamon flavor. My friend won't like it, but a lot of cinnamon in there and gingerbread and some other spices. It's very spicy. It is very spicy beer.
It is very gingerbready.
Yeah, and a lot of interesting fall, autumn, kind of Christmassy flavors.
Yeah.
But that sweetness keeps me from drinking it all the way.
It's. You only drink it halfway. And
it would make
you
a
spit
great
it out?
cake. It would make great cookies.
Oh, yeah.
You bake with them. It reminds me of like Office Party, some of those other beers that we've had like that.
It's just not the season for it right now.
It's not. But I got to give it a 4. Just it's so tasty. It's really. I do like it a lot. Yeah.
It is super sweet, and okay. I'm not going to say super sweet because I've had super sweet beers.
Right.
And this is not super sweet, but it's definitely on the sweet side.
Yes.
I do like the amount of spice. I'm not sure that I can pick up all those spices, but it does taste like gingerbread.
It does.
Yeah. So if you're gingerbread,
not so much like murder.
No, not so much. I mean, what does murder really taste like?
I have to be honest. I haven't had murder in a long time.
I'm thinking it would put like a coppery flavor in your mouth.
That's just blood.
That's just blood.
You
don't have to die to taste blood.
You're a vampire there.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm going to give it a 3.5.
3.5, not bad. Okay, we're pretty close.
Yep.
All right. Gingerbread Murder Scene by Pontoon. You say 3.5, I say 4. Not a bad
You
beer.
say Pontoon, I say
beer.
Brewing.
Beer.
Okay.
Obviously, the beer has a high alcohol content.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening to the podcast. We love when you listen to the podcast. We love when you do lots of things. And we probably watch you a lot more than you think we do. And we love every moment of it. But the thing we love the most is when you go to the podcast place and subscribe to our podcast.
The podcast place?
And it downloads to your podcast device.
The place?
That's the thing we love
the most. And the ratings.
We love when you give ratings.
Yeah.
That makes,
good ones.
We get special warm feelings in the cockles of our hearts.
Oh, wow. My heart doesn't have cock.
Maybe the below the cockles, the subcockle region. Thank you, Dennis. Okay.
Okay. All right. Thanks again for listening. You can find us on Facebook.
We're there. Yep. Instagram, we're there.
Sometimes. Never really on Twitter.
Rarely on Twitter. Always on Facebook.
Always on Facebook. And okay, we got a complaint.
thisepicdisaster@gmail.com.
Yes.
thisepicdisaster@gmail.com. You can send us email, porn pictures, whatever you want.
Speaking of thisepicdisaster.com, which is our website, we had someone question. They didn't complain. They questioned if there was something wrong because whilst...
They got fixed.
Okay.
It's fixed now.
Okay. So if you noticed that...
There was a problem updating the website.
Yeah.
All of it's been fixed. The website is now completely updated.
Okay, cool.
That's
Except for our beer stuff, because you haven't done
the
that
beer
yet.
stuff isn't, and there's a reason why. It's all technical stuff, and it also just like if I did the beer stuff thing, this is not a complaint, to fix it and all that, it would be like a full day of work, which I'm not against doing.
Right.
I just have to find the full day of work when I can do it.
Okay.
But I need to put all that up. I want to put it up soon, and we have to thank Aaron for doing it for us in the first place.
Yes, we do.
And now I feel like I'm falling so far behind that we'll still be behind. But I was thinking about it like a couple of days ago. I was like, I got to get that up. So that'll happen really soon.
I guess at your age, you think that a lot.
I
got to get that up.
At my age, I don't think of a lot of things.
I got to get that up. All right. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you later.
We will see you next Monday.
Bye.
Bye-bye.